Why are you stressed, really? And I know first thing that comes to mind is many reasons out there. Our job, relationships, certain situations. But why some people experience the same situation and they don't feel stress and some people do feel stress? And why all videos about stress are talking about actually stress management, meaning dealing with external, superficial, dealing with the effects, not dealing with the cause or with the root, or trying to address what's the real stress, what's the reason. Because if you still feel stress, it's because you haven't figured it out. If you figured out what's the cause of stress, you wouldn't be stressed. You see how simple it is? Like, wow, you don't understand. There are so many reasons why I'm stressed. And I would say, okay, you may not like what what I'm about to say, but my purpose is to be honest and maybe risk say something that people may not like, but it's the truth. Why are we stressed in the first place? Well, I have a relative common sense way about this and a bit more radical way about this. I'm gonna first comment a little bit on the regular way is simply that your mind is pulling tricks on you. Your life is just actually going fine. You shouldn't be stressed for the reasons apparently, but and yet you feel. You may even feel anxious. And you may not even understand why you feel the way you feel. Well, that's one level for honesty. There is something. There's a reason why you feel like that. And one of the most powerful things you can understand is that if you shift your perspective towards the situation, suddenly you can leave the same situation. You may still have to do a lot of stuff. You have your to-do list with a lot of stuff. You may not necessarily feel stress. Okay, that's very powerful to understand. So start playing around with the perspectives on the situation. And by changing your perspective, you will find you will be able to little by little loosen it a little bit. But still, most of the time, that's not the solution for real. So in a simple way, if we will be talking one-on-one right now, I will tell you the reason why we are stressed is because there are contradictory ideas and beliefs in our minds. Like you feel you have to do something that you don't really want to do, but what do you really want? That's actually the main question. What is most important? Because stress, if you will see how it happens yourself, and please do invest time with this. I'm not just because the reason is simple. I'm not suggesting that this you may take a grab on this right there, but it can be can create a profound change if you understand what I'm saying. The first thing is the dynamic and how your mind is spreading your energy and it's distracting you. Like, oh yeah, this, but this, but this, but this, and saying things like, I should be done with this at that time today, like out of the blue. So you have a really bad boss that is just bossing you around. So can you feel this part of you that is just pushing you around? Because that's obviously the way stress is experienced. So just check out on the dynamics in your mind on how you have not such a good sense of how long does it take you to do what, or what is really important for you to do, what you're going to be accomplishing in any given day. That's very important to notice because that boss that is just pushing you around, that is causing you stress, that voice in your head that you're listening to, actually have no idea what it's doing. And the proof is that you're all running stress around in your life by this, by that, the other. I don't know what to do with this, and you try this, you don't try, you lose your energy and you feel frustrated. All that trips are the consequence of your attention being scattered into contradictory ways of seeing the same situation. Because if you have one way of seeing the situation, things will start becoming very, very clear. So my tip to you, which sounds very simple, and yet It will take something out of you. It is you have to prioritize, because your mind tricks you into stress because it has, I want to do that, but I want to do that, but I have to do that, and all these things pulling you like different horses in different directions. That's the experience of stress, really. Of course, I'm not talking about a direct threat to you like an animal or something that is about you. That's a different kind of stress. I'm talking about psychological stress. I'm talking about the stress 99% of people feel. That stress is caused because you're not clear. You're not clear about what you want. If you know what you want, suddenly things start just collapsing. That's why it's so important that you take decisions. Decisions normally solves stuff. And I'm not telling you what decision you have to take, but take decisions all the time, every day. Sometimes you may be wrong, but the fact that you took a decision is canceling this compulsive, erratic behavior of and that's how you get stress. So if you take a decision, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it in this way. Any decision you take is already releasing a little bit of stress, right? So an ultimate solution for this will be to really have such a solid purpose in your life, in your mind, that stress just cannot happen because you are solid, because your mind is focused, because you're like a ninja. You're clear on what you want. You're focused. Your whole being is focused in one thing. Actually, if you go to the stories of the successful people you admire, the geniuses, you will actually hear this all the time. That's what they're doing. They are normal people which can focus in an extraordinary way. And that's where it comes the part of you becoming extraordinary. You have to do something extraordinary to be extraordinary, right? By extraordinary, I mean we are normally just pulled out by stress in different directions. So the extraordinary thing I'm asking you to do is to collect your intention for your day. You can do it in one day, but I'm suggesting if you want to really get rid of this forever, you have to prioritize all your life. And you may think, yeah, I think I kind of know it. Well, I tell you, the fact that you have stress is a proof that you actually don't. Or you may remember, oh yeah, this is what I really want. Yeah, but you're being possessed by some sort of hypnosis that is taking over you, and that's how you get stressed. So just remember all the time what you want. But it's the most important thing. Not what do you want in general. I want a car and I want a house and I want this. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the most important thing for you. The only single important thing in your life. If you don't know what that is, then that's why you have stress. You don't know what you want. So you're just listening to every stimuli that comes to you, people telling you this, circumstances, you're just mimicking, you're just erratically behaving unconsciously. So one way of seeing this, the relative one, the one that is easy to take, is focus all your intentions, all of them, even washing the dishes aligns with your ultimate purpose. Choose one. Don't need to go on the trip of trying to find out, I don't know what I want. Okay, well, if you don't know what you want, well, that's what you have to do. Keep thinking, keep looking, keep asking yourself, what is the most important thing? What is the one thing that if you would accomplish, then the rest of things will just fall into place? What is the one thing? You have one desire. Choose wisely, because it is actually the most important decision in your life. So choose one thing. It's non-duality. It is love. It is happiness. It is health. It is relationships in some way. Is it an abstract sense of nowness? Whatever it is, bring it down to a clear idea. Like you can recognize it and you can understand how to align your behavior and your mind towards it in every single moment of your day. And I'm talking not just the important moment when you're working or when you're doing it. No, I'm talking about when you're waking up in the morning, you're brushing your teeth. You still focus on your ultimate purpose. If that's to be happy, then you're brushing your teeth in a way that makes you happy. This may sound a bit stupid, but try it. If happiness is the ultimate goal, okay, everything you say, everything you do, everything you think, it only has that goal. Try it out. Let me know, really. Write it on the comments of this video and say, yeah, I tried that, doesn't work. Okay, I'm up for it because it actually works. So if it doesn't work, you're doing something else. And now it comes, last but not least, different way of saying what I was just saying, but in a bit more of a complex way, a negating way. Instead of thinking of what you want, the question is, what is causing all this stress? Well, a misinterpretation of what you are. That is causing the stress. Because you think you are something you are not. And that causes a profound stress in you. And that is experienced as, I'm stressed in my life. But the truth is, it goes way deeper than that. So that's why most of the options people offer are like stress management, like meditation. I continuously suggest meditation. Meditation is not that. I know this is the way it's sold in media. It's just a stress management technique just to solve your health problems maybe. But no, it's way more than that. And it's way more radical than that. Way more powerful than that. But okay, you can also use to manage your stress. But ultimately, what you want to understand is that you think you are a person living in a body. And you think you have to believe everything your mind says. And you mistaken the experience of a body as the only experience you have, as if you are located in space and time. And I know you are, for the relative sense of what we're discussing. Yes, of course. I'm not saying you're not. What I'm saying is there's a lot more on the table than we see. And that is the problem. And that is the stress. You reduce yourself into a tiny little character. And that is causing the stress. So, yeah, that tiny little character is everything you can define of yourself with words. Your memories, your this, your that, all that information about yourself are just mental labels. So one way about releasing stress is to release all you think about yourself. Just let the whole thing out. And then you will start experiencing this moment differently. You will start feeling that your body is not just a capsule where you're locked in. This connecting, experiencing through the senses to the point that you cannot tell what I'm sensing and what is me. There is just the experience of sensing. There is just this openness where things just happen and flows. Thoughts float, come and go, and everybody's kind of in a sense a state of ease. That's the opposite of stress. That's what everybody's looking for. It's just that we're looking in the wrong place. That's the problem. If you've been struggling with stress for a long time and you haven't figured it out, it's because you're looking in the wrong place. So please do anything that reduces your stress, absolutely. But what I'm suggesting in this video is, why don't you actually go to the root, the cause of the stress, which is based on, as I say, explain it in two ways. One way is scatter mind. Don't follow scattered ideas. Don't follow scattered intentions. That's a regular, hopefully this works for most people watching this video. But there is more ultimate explanation where the stress is caused because you are taking yourself to be something you are not. And you say, okay, cool. How can I not do that? Well, don't do it. No, that sounds simplistic, but what I'm saying is, don't believe your mind. Don't let all this your judgments about the world, your likes and dislikes, your memories, your traumas, your dreams. Don't let that run your life. It's just there. Let it be. Don't suppress it neither. But just, okay, it's just there. So what? Here you are. Your presence, you're here now. That's the only moment where you can release yourself from stress, not in the future, after doing more sport, after sleeping different. No, now, in this moment, that's how you release yourself from stress. By clearing yourself about what is most important and just living for that in every single moment. Or another way of saying it, by relaxing and just being, and discover that you are way more than you think you are. And that's what is stressing. You're missing yourself. You're missing the fullness of the experience of being you. You contracted yourself, you locked yourself in a tiny version of yourself, which is living in a body, in a time, as a victim of the circumstances. And it's a stress because of the circumstances. Well, that puts you in a place where you cannot get out of that. So let go of everything. And your body, your mind will still move, but it will still move spontaneously out of enjoyment and love. So I'm not saying you will stay just without doing anything, but internally, you will just flow. You will make effort. And that effortlessness is the opposite of stress. So in order to be effortless, you need to be whole. In order to be whole, you need to release what you think about yourself. Instead, you don't need to make a paradigm if you are the universe or if you are God or if you are, you know what, it just doesn't matter, just more words. The important thing is that you don't continue feeding the idea that you're a limited person living a limited life in a limited time, in a limited place, and you're locked in a personality, and you are now, you're free. You're ultimately free, and you know it deep inside of yourself. You know it. Certainly, if you get so far in this video, you certainly know what I'm talking about. You can feel it. So this video is an invitation for you for today to actually follow that. Follow the highest. Open your behavior. Explore, experiment. Be spontaneous. Be playful, be joyful. Don't contradict yourself. Don't stress yourself by thinking there are two opposite things that are important. No, there's just one thing that is important in your life, and the rest is not important. It's that simple. So just decide what it is. And in every decision, you're going to feel a release from the character you thought yourself to be, and realizing that you can. You are way more than that. Surprise yourself. Be unexpected today. Embrace the mystery, the beauty of not knowing in this moment, and just exploring this experience right now. Rest, my friend. You are already where you want to be, but you won't notice if you listen to the voices in your head too much. You are already there. But you need a leap of faith, like a video like this, someone suggesting you, come on, let go of control and just rest in your presence here and now. I hope you got value from this video. I hope you did. And I really mean every word I say. I'm not here just to have a controversial video and become an influencer on YouTube or something like that. I don't care about that. I care about real change, lasting real change in people. That's what I'm here for. So I take the responsibility of saying all these big words of lasting happiness and peace and nirvana and non-duality. Call it whatever you want. So I take the responsibility of pushing people in that direction, because the truth is that most people would experience with generic teachings like books or videos like this, they will experience a certain amount of a taste of it, but you just go back into the old patterns, because there are things, there are shadows in our life, things we don't notice that bring us back to certain patterns at work, relationships, money, health, your past, your future. There's certain specifics about yourself. So these teachings can be way more effective if they are done one-on-one. And that traditionally, when someone would be maybe in the position like yourself to realize this is the most important thing that you can do in your life, because there is no life that can be lived fully without that state of peace, that state of understanding. Nothing you could do would make any sense. When people would realize that, they would just reach out to a teacher. They would just move out of their village and they will look for someone who could teach them, someone who seemed to have to realize that, and they are living from there, and they will ask for help. Well, I've been meditating for more than 30 years. I have more than 15,000 hours of actually sitting to meditate. I work with world-class teachers one-on-one, and I want to extend this offering to you. So if you're ready to get real, what I'm offering you as a gesture of goodwill is a free call between you and me, no commitment. You just explain me what your case is, and I will try to give you something of value right away. And we will see if we are a match, and we may take a coaching together or not. That's okay. It doesn't matter to me. The important thing is I reach out and I'm taking responsibility to actually help you. I care more about helping one person than reaching out 1 million people on YouTube. So if you feel that that is you, that you're ready to get real and integrate non-duality, nirvana, heaven, lasting love, excitement, and peace in your life for real, if you know that's a real possibility for you and you're ready, then just go to my website, ricardcoach.com, and send me a message. Hey, I'm here. I think I'm ready. And we will have this free, no commitment introductory call where you explain me what is your situation. Now, hopefully we'll give you already something of value, and we'll check if there is need or if there is value in keep on working together, if we are a match. So just go for it. Don't think about it. I don't buy it. And yeah, you get what I mean, right? From heart to heart. I've been there. And I want you to really fully live what you know you can live. That what you deserve, what you can be experiencing in every moment. I hope you're ready. I hope you recognize that, and by this mean or any mean, take whatever action or non-action you need to free yourself.